What if I told you that even those who earn six figures or even seven could be trapped in a financial trap that leaves them feeling broke every month? The reality is shocking. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't just a struggle for the average earner, but a crisis even among high earners. Today, we're diving into the details behind why so many people, despite their impressive incomes, feel like they can never get ahead. Let's start with the numbers. Recent data from Investopedia tells us that roughly 50% of Americans say they live paycheck to paycheck. Even more astonishing is the fact that nearly 40% of those earning $300,000 or more are in the same boat. This begs the question, are poor financial choices solely to blame, or does the broader economic landscape play a significant role? By the end of our discussion, I hope you will have a clearer perspective on the multifaceted reasons behind this widespread financial struggle. Imagine opening your bank account each month and seeing that your paycheck vanishes before you can even blink. That's the reality thousands of individuals face, regardless of their income. Many of us believe higher earnings automatically mean financial security, but that assumption is now under serious scrutiny. We need to peel back the layers of this seemingly paradoxical situation. To begin, let's talk about spending habits that many of us have adopted, often without even realizing it. It turns out a common factor behind living paycheck to paycheck is the way we approach spending and saving. Modern life bombards us with the lure of luxury cars, gourmet dining, and the latest gadgets. This is lifestyle inflation in action. When you earn more, your spending tends to increase too. Suddenly, that extra income isn't being tucked away as savings, it's funding an upgraded lifestyle. Think about it. When you land a raise at work, your first instinct might be to move to a nicer apartment or upgrade your car. While there's nothing inherently wrong with enjoying your success, applying a paycheck to paycheck mentality to your expenditures can quickly lead you into deep financial water. Even if you are earning $300,000 a year, the pressure to keep up appearances and the constant pull of societal expectations can drain your bank account fast. But is it all luxury spending? Not entirely. Unexpected expenses can derail even well-planned budgets. Medical emergencies, sudden home repairs, or a downturn in the economy can force anyone, regardless of income level, to dip into their savings. And believe me, when you're caught off guard, even a six-figure salary might not be enough to create the cushion you need. Now, consider the impact of debt. Across the board, whether you're a recent graduate or a seasoned executive, many people juggle credit card bills, student loans, and mortgages simultaneously. So for some, debt becomes a stealthy companion that erodes the potential for savings. You might ask, how can someone with a high income ever be burdened by debt? And the answer lies in the intricacies of financial management. Debt isn't just about the amount borrowed, it's about the interest, the repayments, and the protracted nature of these obligations. Even a small miscalculation can result in years of financial strain. There's also the elephant in the room, economic uncertainty. In a fluctuating global economy, jobs can become unstable and inflation can creep in, quietly eating away at your purchasing power. When inflation rises, every dollar in your pocket buys less than before. Even if your income rises, it might not keep pace with the cost of living. Suddenly, you're forced to make difficult choices between paying for groceries, handling utility bills, or saving for future investments. Let's not forget about behavioral finance, the human element of money management. Our brains are wired to react to immediate rewards rather than long-term gains. This present bias leads many to opt for immediate gratification rather than delay for future benefits. Have you ever impulsively bought something online only to regret it later? This same impulse, repeated day in and day out, can be the silent thief of your savings. We often pay more attention to the allure of having something tangible in the moment instead of the abstract idea of future security. It might come as a surprise that even high earners aren't immune to this psychological trap. The pressure to enjoy now, to reward ourselves for hard-fought successes, often overrides the wisdom of planning ahead. In a world that celebrates instant gratification, delaying gratification can feel almost countercultural. This isn't just a matter of laziness or recklessness, it's about how our brains prioritize rewards. Another factor worth considering is the influence of societal comparison. As social beings, many of us always measure our success by comparing ourselves to our peers. Social media platforms in particular have heightened this tendency. When you see influencers flaunting lavish lifestyles, it's hard not to wonder if you are falling behind. This comparison pressure can push even high earners to spend beyond their means in an attempt to project an image of success. Consider the case of a senior executive who earns a substantial salary but feels compelled to invest in a luxury car and a high-end home. The desire to signal success can overshadow prudent financial planning. For many, the drive to maintain or elevate their social status can lead to a cycle of overspending. And once you're in this cycle, it's difficult to break free. Now, let's explore an unexpected twist, a contrarian perspective that challenges what many experts assume. It's often argued that poor financial choices among high earners are solely the result of irresponsible behavior. But what if the real issue is far more systemic? For example, the culture of instant gratification is ingrained in our society. We're constantly conditioned to believe that more is better and quicker results are worth more than gradual, steady progress. This cultural narrative is so pervasive that it affects decision making even at the highest income levels. Consider the global perspective. In many parts of the world, rising consumerism and easy access to credit have led to similar financial dynamics. It's not just an American phenomenon, it's something that financial researchers around the globe have noted. The people are increasingly reliant on credit, and the allure of modern living can lead to financial pitfalls regardless of where you live or how much you earn. This suggests that the issue isn't just about individual choices, it's also about the environment in which those choices are made. As we look deeper, we see that financial education plays a pivotal role. Many high earners never received the necessary guidance on how to manage the windfall of additional income. For instance, a sudden increase in salary might be met with little to no instruction on prudent investing or budgeting. Without a solid foundation in managing money, even those with considerable incomes can make choices that leave them short when unexpected expenses arise. It's a reminder that earning more money doesn't automatically translate to financial wisdom. To paint a picture, imagine a young professional who lands their dream job with an impressive starting salary. Amid the celebrations, friends and family shower them with advice, and not all of it sound. Without proper financial literacy, they might be enticed by high interest loans or lavish spending patterns, setting themselves up for long-term challenges. Even as they climb the corporate ladder, the habits formed in those early years can persist. Speaking of habits, let's delve into the overlooked impact of lifestyle inflation, a topic that deserves more attention. When your income rises, so does your tendency to upgrade everything around you, from housing to dining to vacations. This phenomenon is so entrenched that many high earners find themselves constantly chasing a more luxurious life, even if it means keeping pace with their soaring expenses. The paradox is stark. The very success that should lead to financial security instead fuels a cycle of consumption that leaves little room for saving. Lifestyle inflation can feel almost irresistible. It's like entering a never-ending loop. You get a promotion and suddenly your salary increases, prompting you to rent a larger home or buy a nicer car. As your living costs inflate, saving becomes a secondary concern. And over time, this adjustment can strip away any potential benefits of your increased income. Instead, you're left in a state where every month feels like a race against the clock. Just enough to pay your bills, but never enough to truly build wealth. So, what can you do about it? One actionable takeaway is to consciously curb immediate gratification. Consider setting up automatic savings that kick in as soon as your paycheck is deposited. This might include slicing off a portion for investments, emergency funds, or other long-term goals. When saving becomes a non-negotiable expense, you force yourself to live within a defined budget rather than spending every day as if there will be no tomorrow. Another key strategy is to meticulously track your spending. We often think our expenditures are small and manageable until we see the breakdown. Apps that help categorize and visualize your spending can be eye-opening. Sometimes you might be shocked to see how much you're spending on little luxuries that add up quickly. By taking a closer look, you can identify where to cut back and where it truly matters to you. But it's not just about tracking your expenses, it's also about planning for the unexpected. Think of budgeting as building a financial safety net rather than pinching pennies. This means setting aside funds not only for leisure, but also for emergencies, investments, and even retirement. For high earners, the challenge isn't just about saving, it's about maintaining a balance between enjoying your income today and securing tomorrow's future. Let's take a moment to reflect on the deeper systemic issues at play. Economic pressures like ever-rising living costs and stagnant wage growth in many sectors create an environment where even careful budgeting might not suffice. This is why some experts argue that the problem extends beyond individual choices and into the realm of economic policy. For instance, housing markets in major cities have skyrocketed, leaving many feeling financially strained despite their decent incomes. When essentials like shelter become a financial game of high stakes, it's any wonder that stress levels skyrocket. So, what does this mean for you as a viewer trying to navigate your personal finances or managing a household budget? It might be time to question the traditional route of success. that prioritizes high income achievements. While a great salary can open many doors, balancing that income with strategic saving and thoughtful spending is the true key to long-term financial well-being. Let's break down a few actionable insights. First, adopt a mindset of conscious spending. Pause before every significant purchase. Ask yourself, is this an investment in my future or just a fleeting indulgence? Second, instead of letting your paycheck disappear, automate savings. It might feel like you're locking away money before you can see it, but that hidden fund can grow into a substantial safety net. Lastly, remain flexible. Economic conditions can shift quickly, so having a buffer allows you to adapt without resorting to high interest loans or overspending. Now, I'm aware that many of you might be thinking, but what about enjoying my hard-earned money now? And that's a fair point. Life is about balance, not depriving yourself, but planning so that you can truly enjoy what you earn without the constant stress of living on the edge. Financial freedom isn't so much about how much money you accumulate, but how you manage the income you have. Take responsibility for your financial habits, and you might find that the freedom you seek isn't as elusive as it seems. Another fact often overlooked is the relationship between financial decisions and long-term goals. Many people focus too much on the next paycheck rather than the bigger picture, retirement, wealth building, and generational legacies. In today's world, planning for the future is as much a part of financial success as securing a high-paying job. So if you're reading this, think about where you want to be 10 or 20 years from now. Your spending today sets the stage for your financial reality tomorrow. We've talked a lot about money management strategies, but underlying all these challenges is the human element. Our attitudes, beliefs, and even our upbringing shape how we handle money. Some of us were raised in environments where saving was a constant struggle, while others learned early on the benefits of delayed gratification. Real change often starts with understanding your own behavior. Ask yourself, what are the patterns in my spending habits? Do I reward myself too easily? By being honest about these tendencies, you can begin to make more informed decisions. For those who may be high earners but still feel the strain of living paycheck to paycheck, consider this. The issue is often not about the size of your income, but about the management of it. Imagine trying to fill a leaky bucket. No matter how much water you pour in, if there are constant holes, you'll never fill it up. Your income is the water, and your spending, debt, and unforeseen expenses are the holes. The solution isn't to pour more water, but to patch up those holes first. Another aspect we haven't touched on yet is the role of taxes and financial obligations that aren't immediately obvious. High earners often face complex tax situations. Without proper planning, you might end up underestimating your tax liabilities. Engaging a good financial advisor can pay dividends in the long run as they guide you through strategies like tax deductions, retirement contributions, and even adjustments to your investment portfolio. It's important to separate the blame between individual financial habits and systemic economic challenges. Not every high earner who lives paycheck to paycheck is irresponsible. Sometimes the system itself is rigged to prioritize spending over saving. For example, inflation, housing market pressures, or the rising cost of childcare can all erode your purchasing power no matter how much you earn. These external factors aren't always within your control, which is why proactive planning and adaptability are essential. I want to circle back to a major point, the importance of financial literacy. No matter where you stand in your career or income bracket, enhancing your understanding of money management can radically shift your financial fate. Instead of feeling trapped by circumstances, you can adopt strategies that empower you to work smarter with your money rather than harder. And while this might seem like common sense, the truth is that many of us aren't taught these skills at school or even at home. For those looking to break free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, consider investing time in financial education. Whether it's reading books, attending seminars, or simply following trusted financial experts online, knowledge is the first step to reclaiming control over your finances. And in doing so, you might find that the brightest path to wealth isn't through a high salary alone, but through smart, disciplined financial decisions day by day. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with one final thought. The struggle to get ahead financially is a multifaceted issue. It isn't simply a matter of earning less or spending too much. It's about how money is managed, the cultural pressures at play, the economic environment, and even the very way we think about wealth. The harsh truth, even those with seemingly ample means are caught in a web of factors that can make financial stability feel forever out of reach. But here's the empowering part. Understanding these dynamics is the first step in breaking the cycle. You now have the insights to ask the right questions about your financial habits and the systemic forces that shape them. So whether you're a high earner feeling the squeeze or someone on a more modest income trying to make ends meet, remember that awareness leads to action. In this video, we've unpacked the surprising reasons why even high earners find themselves living paycheck to paycheck, from lifestyle inflation and unexpected expenses to debt traps and behavioral biases. Each of these elements plays a significant role in shaping our financial reality. The key takeaway: don't be lulled into complacency by a high income. Instead, audit your spending, educate yourself on financial strategies, and create a realistic plan that prioritizes future security over present indulgence. As you step away from this video, think about one small change you can make today to improve your financial health. Maybe it's setting up an automatic transfer to your savings account, or perhaps it's carving out time each week to review your budget. It might even be a heartfelt commitment to challenge the consumer culture that tells you money is meant to be spent as soon as it arrives. These seemingly minor tweaks can have profound impacts over time. We live in an age where financial success is often measured by the size of your paycheck, rather than the depth of your financial strategy. Remember, money is a tool meant to serve your goals, not dictate them. By taking charge of your finances, you're not only securing your future, but you're also reclaiming your freedom from a cycle that many have resigned themselves to accept. In closing, let this be a call to action. Don't let your income be the sole indicator of your financial well-being. Take command of your spending habits, educate yourself on the broader economic forces at play, and make deliberate choices that pave the way for genuine financial security. Whether you're earning $50,000 or $500,000, the path to financial freedom is paved with disciplined actions, not just big numbers on a paycheck. Thank you for watching. If you found value in these insights, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with friends or colleagues who might also benefit from a fresh look at their financial habits. Your money should work for you, and it's never too late to start making smarter decisions about how you live, spend, and invest. Remember, true wealth isn't measured by how much you earn in a month. It's built over time with every thoughtful, informed choice you make. So, as you return to your day, ask yourself, what step can I take today to better secure my tomorrow? And let that question guide you as you build a more resilient financial future. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the harsh truths about why everyone's feeling broke, sometimes even when their bank account suggests otherwise. If you have thoughts or personal experiences to share, drop them in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going, because when we understand the root causes, we can start crafting the solutions. Stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, keep taking control of your financial destiny. Until next time, this is your reminder that excellence in finance isn't reserved for the chosen few. It's accessible to anyone willing to learn and take action. Happy saving, and here's to a future where your paycheck feels like a tool for building wealth rather than a fleeting moment of relief. And finally, if there's one myth to bust today, it's the notion that high earnings automatically equal financial freedom. The truth is, financial freedom is a marathon, not a sprint. Start with small, actionable steps and gradually build habits that secure your future. Your journey toward financial stability begins with understanding and deliberate action. Thank you for joining me today on this exploration of our shared financial reality. Stay tuned for more insights, and until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and most of all, keep moving forward toward the life you deserve.